what's up everybody? Tyler from 10thumbspro.com. Today we're doing a little Redhouse by Jimi Hendrix. Alright, in the intro, the riff that I was playing, I used a Big Muff and a Hall of Fame reverb pedal, but I'm not going to use that when I teach so you can hear the notes a little easier. This lesson was a Patreon sponsored lesson, and speaking of Patreon, if you would like tabs for this lesson, you can get them by becoming a Patreon. Just click up there. Do it. You know you want to. Cheaper than a cheap cheeseburger. 10 Thumbs t-shirts if you're interested. Skype lessons one-on-one as well. New ukulele tutorials every single Wednesday as well. If you want to subscribe and get more of this kind of content, go ahead and hit that button below. But if you came just because there's a Redhouse over yonder where your baby stays and your key won't fit and it's okay because you still got your guitar, that's cool. I dig it and I respect it. Why don't you go ahead and grab that ukulele? Brain and attention span. You got those three things. Follow me on in and let's go ahead and shred this bad boy. Let's do it. Cool. So why don't we go ahead and break it down? We're going to do the chords first, and then we're going to do the solo. The solo is an interpretation. It's really hard to get Jimi note for note on a ukulele, but I got as much of in there as I could fit, and I hope you dig it. All right. So we're going to have a B7 chord. Also, I'm tuned down a half step. If that sounds like French to you, parlez-vous François? Then you're gonna go up here and you're gonna learn how to tune down a half step, okay? So, B flat, or a B7, which technically is really a B flat 7. E7, which technically is an E flat 7. And a F sharp 7, which is really an F7. So if you were, for example, to play this without the solo, if that doesn't matter to you, you could do a B flat 7, E flat 7, and an F7, and that would be the actual real harmony. But we're going to try to get it as close to Jimi, and that means big bends, which means tuning down a half step. Alright, so it's just going to be a mellow strum pattern, a down, mute, up, mute. Really slow. Down, mute, up, mute. 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 Okay? So that's gonna be the strum pattern, and consider that down, mute, up, mute, one bar or one measure, and we're in a 12-bar blues. Now, having said that, it's pretty slow. Okay, so it's a slow blues, and you're gonna want to kind of really make sure you don't speed up. Okay, and the first four measures are going to go B7, E7, and then 2 of B7. So we play the first four measures we get. Bars 5 through 8 are going to be 2 of E7, and then 2 of B7. Okay, and then bars 9 through 7 are a little different. You're going to go F sharp 7 for 1, E7 for 1, B7, and then you're going to go B7 down, mute, up. And you're going to go, so strum, mute, and on that mute you're going to change, grab your F sharp 7, and then strum up. So it's like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then you start over. So the whole 12-bar blues is going to sound like this. Alright, now the licks too, we're going to learn in the solo. You can also feel free to take the entire solo, put it in a tiny little licks, and then throw it into the 12 bar. But why don't we go ahead and put the lyrics up for the first 12, and we'll sing through the first verse, and the lyrics are going to work for the same for every verse. So let's go ahead and get the first verse under our vocal chords. There's a red house over yonder, baby stays. Lord, there's a red house over yonder. Lord, that's where my baby she stays. Well, I ain't been home to see my baby in about 99 1/2 days. Alright, and then you just continue with the rest of the lyrics, and that's the entire song. So why don't we go ahead now and break down the intro solo that's so famous. In the intro, what you heard me playing was I was playing with a big muff pedal and a Hall of Fame reverb pedal running through a Blues Junior amp. If you're trying to kind of, a good Jimmy sound is just a little bit of fuzz and a little bit of reverb. It's a ukulele. You're not gonna nail exactly what he's doing, but that's gonna get you in the ballpark, all right? Get you started. You can fine tune and twist the knobs to get something that you like. Okay, let's just jump in with the first phrase. It sounds like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get our index finger on the 4th fret, pointer on the 3rd, and our ring on the 4th. So we got 4, 3, 4, like a G7 shape, and we're going to slide it up. So we get 6, 5, 6, 1, and then we're going to just go back and forth from the C string to the A string. And every now and then, feel free to grab that E string as well to give it a little flavor. I kind of just do that randomly. And it goes 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and. So we're playing in 12/12. Later on we're going to count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's one measure, which is very bluesy, like. And it has that kind of. And that's that shuffle sound. But to keep it easier, we're just going to go 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and. When we go down a half step, we're going to slide into it again. We're going to go 1 and 2, well, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. Okay, you put those two together, you get 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and up to a just a B major chord. You could do a B7 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are happening on the kick and the snare. What you're going to do is you're going to bend this 5th fret up to this 7th fret. While it's up there, you're going to give it a little vibrato. Okay, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The song's a little slower. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can't quite get it up to that 7th fret, it's a big bend. My fingers are pretty raw from practicing this song. Just do your best, or you can replace it with a slide if you have to. After you get that, you're going to do this cool bend up, bend down, bend up, bend down. Okay, so everything up to there. Alright, so that's what we got so far. The next little piece is going to be pretty crazy. You're going to bend 4 to 6. Again, you can slide if the bend's too hard for you, but you can't really bend up. It's easier to bend this one actually down. So you're going to aim for this pitch. And we're going to bend down. Then we're going to bar 2 and 2 of the E and the A and go E, A, 5th fret of the E. We're going to go 5, 2. It could be a pull off. And then you're going to go up, back here, and then you're going to go 4, pull 2, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, like a hammer on and a pull off, right back to that 4th fret, bending to 6. So that phrase looks like really slow. back to the 2nd fret, bam, and then right back into another bend, and then to the 2nd fret. Okay, so that whole phrase. Alright, so from the top. It's a little easier to hear without all that fuzz and stuff going on, but that distortion really gives it some growl. All right, moving on, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go 2 slide to 4 with our ring finger. When we get up there, we're gonna bend down to 6, and then back to 2. From there, we're gonna make a little mini bar all across the 2, 2, 2, like a B minor almost. 2 hammer 4, then 2 of the E and the A, 5, 2, and then that 4 bend 6 again. Okay, so that whole measure would be the next part, back to that bar, 2 on the E, 2 on the A, and then you're gonna do 2, 5, you're gonna pull that 5 to 2, jump down, grab the 4, then pop back up, 2, hammer 4, pull, way up to the 7, 7, bow, bow, 5, hammer 6, 7, 5, 6, 5, 4, 2, hammer 3. Alright, now there's an octave jump there. Jimmy on his guitar is playing down the whole time, but we don't have the range to keep going down the ukulele, so we had to kind of jump up there. If you're playing along, those are the right notes, but it's going to jump on to his recording, it's going to feel a little jumpy. But that's the only way we can get on the ukulele. Okay, so those 2 full bars right there are going to be alright, you're doing great. We only have 4 more bars. So the next little section is going to jump way up here, and it's going to 6 hammer 8 to 7, and then way down to 1 hammer 3, up 2 hammer 3, slide to 4, 2, 2, and then we're going to get this 4th fret and give it 4 little baby bends. 3 little baby bends. So that whole bar is going to be we're going to go way up here, 9th fret, and we're going to bend to the 11th fret. And we're going to bend way up to the 11th, then grab the 9th fret with our pinky below. See how that works? So we're bending up with these 3 fingers, and that open pinky is going to grab the 9th fret of the A string. Bend up again, same move, bend up again. Now you're not going to hear release, and then it's going to come down and do 7, hammer to 9, pull off the 7, back to the 8th fret with your middle finger, then up to 7. Alright, so those 2 bars combined would be alright, really close. We only have 3 more bars and we're finished. This one's over the E7, you're going to jump up, ring finger on the 10th fret, and you're going to bend up that 10th fret to that 11. Then you're going to come back down, grab 7, and then bend that 9 again, a big one, same move we did earlier, back to an unbent 9, 7. Why don't we take it from there? Alright, you're going to drop way down and go 3, 2, 2, 5, 2. Then grab that 5 with your pinky up there to a 2 on the A string, 2, 4, and then our last measure jump up, and we're going to go, which is just getting 2 and 2 of the E and A and the E, 2, 2, and then just the E string, grab the 4th fret with your ring finger, and roll over to the 4th fret of your G string to grab that B note to finish it. All right, so let's play through the whole thing together, nice and slow. Take it at your own pace. Remember, these licks can be lifted out and used in your own playing as well. And then right from there, when you bring it out, you go into it. So why don't I go ahead and just play that first solo, and then we'll start the end of the verse. But at that point, too, at this point, you should have already learned how to sing the song. This is just the icing on the cake. Okay, here we go. Alright, and there was the whole solo, everybody. So that's the whole tune, 10thumbspro.com. Subscribe if you want to learn new ukulele every single Wednesday and Saturday. Just subscribe and learn with us. All kinds of different level songs. 10 Thumbs t-shirts if you want to let them know where you're learning. Scott Lessons 101 as well. Think about becoming a Patreon. You can print those tabs out right up here. And until next time, everybody, rock and roll, love, peace, and chicken grease. So good to be teaching. Cool, everybody. So that was it. Thank you so much for watching to the very end. Again, think about becoming a Patreon, t-shirts, all that fun stuff. It helps me out. But if you made it this far, it means you learned the tune, which is the most important thing to me. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Keep on rocking and rolling. Keep on loving your life. And until next time, life is good. Take care of yourselves, friends.